Welcome to the Sonny and Cher pod. It has been a while, feels like it's been ages. This week we are going to be talking about the international break, how the pain of a derby defeat still feels raw and fresh after 11 days, and how death is just a sweet embrace that is waiting for us all. CJ, I'm going to go to you first because you're probably feeling as depressed as I am about football, recent football results. And then we'll go to Alex for his paddle and Wimbledon update. I think they're doing a bit better than Newcastle and Ireland. How are you doing, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. Thanks. Yeah, no, it's been a while, but yeah, having been in the country, obviously, everyone probably knew that Ireland had to beat Czechia and then beat Denmark to get into the World Cup. It actually cracked me up on Thursday. I was at school and one of the lads come up to me, one of the little lads, and said, "Oh, Mr. Hooker, do you think Ireland are going to win the World Cup?" And I was like, "Mate, you're not in the World Cup yet." And he looked at me like I just absolutely crushed all his hopes.
Did he
and
mean the
dreams in
Rugby
one
World
sentence.
Cup? Did he mean the Rugby World Cup?
It just had me in tears. He looked at me as in like, is it just? He actually realised that Jesus Christ, we've actually got to win 2 games. But if you didn't see the game, it was an absolute mad one. Like, Ireland got a dodgy pen to start with, and then Kufal and the keeper scored the most ridiculous own goal. So they were 2-0 up, cruising because Czechia were pretty poor. And then Ryan Manning out of nowhere just pulled a lad's shirt in the box. Like the ball went out of play, pulled his shirt, penalty. And then it was attack after attack after attack. And I think it was that Krejci lad from Wolves who scored the equaliser. And he scored the equaliser against Denmark as well. But yeah, then they lost on pens, like the hope of the nation. It was quite funny. After lads, I was chatting to the lads I worked with during the game, and when Ireland went 2-0 up, one of them booked a hotel in Dublin. Straight up.
Classic.
No,
Classic.
He said like hotel booked for Tuesday night, obviously because they had to fulfil the fixture anyway. But then he said, luckily he had a cancellation on it at the end. But he said one of his mates booked it but didn't have the cancellation on. So he had to go to Dublin Tuesday. I don't know if he had a ticket for the game, but apparently the game against, I know it was like a dead rubber they had to play against North Macedonia, but our footy coach today said it was fucking horrendous standards.
Really? Yeah.
But no, I do feel for them because like everyone, and I saw some videos. It seemed like unbelievable crack out in Prague. Apparently the Czechs were really hospitable and like really good value, to be fair. So I think a few people I think it was 1,000 fans got tickets, but 6,000 or 7,000 went out there as well. So, yeah, for another, they've got to wait another 4 years now. So unfortunately, but it was.
What about?
It was a. Go on, mate.
I was gonna. Well, you finish Ireland, and then I'll talk about more heartbreak, international.
No,
heartbreak.
mate. To be fair, that's it. But there was all. I think a lot of the hopes were resting on Troy Parrott, and I think the Czechs just put like 4 or 5 men on
Football manager legend Troy Parrott.
Yeah, literally absolute legend. But
I love that. Ireland were waiting on Troy Parrott.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? But the two Nathan Collins and that Dara O'Shea were fucking immense at the back. Like it was an absolute Alamo of attack second half, but I couldn't see him getting past Denmark. Although the Czechs got past Denmark on Tuesday night, I think Ireland would have been absolutely battered by them, to be fair. But
Ireland's got to wait another 4 years.
Yeah, I've got a fun.
Italy have got to wait even. Yeah, I was going to say, is it an Italian fact, Alex? Yeah,
it sure is. You know, we've all been to the same amount of World Cups as Donnaruma's been to World Cups.
Mad, isn't it? That I can't believe it. Did you see the penalties as well?
They haven't won a World Cup knockout game since they won it back in 2006 or whatever it was, 2000 and whatever it was.
Mad stat that they've not made the World Cup for 20 years. Crazy. Yeah. Talali scored an absolute worldie as well.
I saw. Didn't I see? But if Iran officially pull out of the World Cup, then the place goes to Italy.
What is that? Because they're the highest ranked team, is it, or something?
Yeah.
Did you see the video of them watching the Wales-Bosnia shootout?
And they were laughing
and celebrating when Bosnia won. That is karma written in a nutshell, isn't it? It was just when I saw that video, I was like, lads, like, and then they released their World Cup shirt, didn't they, before the Bosnia game? I think they're the only team in history to release a World Cup shirt, and they're not even going to be there or something.
They get their just desserts. That is
Oh,
madness.
brutal. But they were miserable in that game. If you watched any of the highlights, I know Bosnia is a rough place to go, but fucking what's his name? Bastoni got sent off. It was touch and go sending off. To be fair, it was like last.
I was going to
man
say it was a bit
tackle.
controversial. Yeah.
Yeah, it was last man. It was like on the edge of the 18-yard box. It wasn't really I wouldn't say a goal scoring opportunity, but he got sent off. To be fair, they did well with 10 men, and Bosnia's goal was horrible as well, like an absolute scrap. And then their penalties were awful. Did you see the penalties?
No.
They scored one out of 3, 1 out of 4. Tonali
You're
scored,
asking
and
the
then
wrong person
Oh,
here,
did
Siege.
Tonali
When it comes
score?
to international football, I couldn't give any flying tosses unless it's a
Yeah.
major tournament. I could
Yeah, I
not
think I
care less.
agree. I mean, I know we played a couple friendlies, didn't we? I think we drew one and then lost to Japan. But basically, the moral of the story is, without Harry Kane, England are nothing, like nothing.
And Declan Rice.
And Declan Rice.
and Declan Rice. Like the Japan, like we're gonna come up against like that team who scores on the counter and sets up in a low block. Like that's gonna happen to us. And Japan, to be fair, the goal was a joke. Like, if you saw it, like Palmer pissing about with it on the halfway line, they just went bang, 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 5 passes. Matoma, great finish, and then I think we had our first shot on target was like the 75th minute or something ridiculous.
Brilliant.
But we just couldn't break it down. We couldn't break it down. I think obviously he took that squad of 35, didn't he? And I think he's probably realised now who he's not going to take, because a lot of those lads did not show up at all.
One being Phil Foden, right? He's probably not going to take Phil Foden. Is that right? He's injured now.
Yeah.
Had a heavy challenge.
Did he?
And then yeah,
Oh,
that was
a naughty one, to be fair, mate.
Yeah.
I don't think Araujo didn't even get a card for that. It was a fucking shocker.
Well, didn't Ugarte get 2 yellow cards?
Yeah.
And then got subbed off.
Yeah, no, he got 2 yellows and they scrapped one of them apparently, or something ridiculous like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you can do that now. You can rescind yellow cards, because that's always been a thing. Oh wait. Anyway,
but it's interesting. It's interesting though when we don't come up against these European teams, like playing a South American team and an Asian team. Like Uruguay, we were better, but Uruguay are just fucking nuts. Do you know what I mean? Like we couldn't. At the end, they were going at the ref. It was just absolute bedlam. But that's going to happen. And Japan were just organised. I actually really rated them. They were literally absolute dogs all over the pitch. So, like, if we can't beat those two, like Ghana, Panama, and who else in our group? Croatia, is it?
I don't even know. I think that
think
sounds
that's
about
right,
right. Yeah, that sounds right. I'm just going to take your word for it.
You boys are keen. You boys are keen, obviously.
Well, Ben should be more keen since he's in the blooming country where it's happening. I don't know if I can be asked to stay up till 1 o'clock in the morning to watch a fucking game.
Yeah. Is it
Yeah.
going to be really different times for you lads? It's a lottery system over here, so we're going to apply for tickets, but it's a lottery whether you get them or not. And also, like, I think the closest.
That's what lottery means, Ben.
I think oh, cheers, mate. I think the closest state is at least a couple hours flight away. There's no games being hosted in Colorado, so yeah, we'll see what happens. Speaking of like the time differences and stuff, 12 days ago, I woke up at 5:30 in the morning to watch Newcastle versus Sunderland, and I just want to go on a little rant about it, and then I'll ask you how you're doing, Alex. But yeah, essentially. Oh, let me paint you a picture. Getting up early, Sunday morning, 6 a.m. start. Newcastle get off to a great start, go 1-0 up within 10 minutes. And I'm thinking, let's push for the second. Let's not take our foot off the gas. Like, come on, I've been here many, many times before. Sunderland are growing into the game, but it's all right. Half-time's approaching. We can rally. We can see this out. Second half comes. The kids wake up. The kids come into the living room where I'm watching the game. They equalise. My mood turns sour. They score a 90-minute winner. Ian Brobby, who, Alex, I think you had in your fantasy team for a while, was absolutely slated. But the Newcastle defence just stands still. Livramento, ball watching. Hall, ball watching. They're all just fucking ball watching as Brian Brobby gets 2 goes to stab in the winner. And I want you guys to clip this and put this on TikTok and social media and stuff, because shout out to my wife. As soon as Sunderland scored And I got up and started pacing around the room, like swearing silently. She was like, right, I'm taking the kids to the park. You have some time off. You take some solo time to cool down. And I was like, thank you. I love you. This is
Fair
fucking
play.
horrible. What the fuck? What the fuck? We haven't beaten them in like 12 years. They've had like, I just can't be dealing with this anymore. I don't know what's going on with Newcastle. I don't know why we're playing Voltemade as a number 8 and not further up the pitch where he's a striker. I don't understand how we keep losing at
Positive
home
note, Ben.
to
Newcastle
shit
made positive
teams.
revenue, didn't they?
Great,
Like red-
cool, great. We can spend it on Elanga or something because that was a good buy. We can spend it on Visser because that's been a great buy. He's got 1 goal all season. I just don't get it. I just don't understand. And then we've got all these rumours coming out afterwards that Tonali's probably going to be off in the summer. Bruno
Man
Guimaraes
City,
has
I've
been.
heard.
I heard Man United, which I was like, can you afford him? Tonali, really? Bruno Guimaraes linked away as well. So if we lose Bruno G and Tonali, our summer's gonna be fucked before it even begins. So yeah, I'm fucking depressed. I'm really depressed.
'Cause that was only like 2 weeks ago.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I can't stop thinking about it. I'm having a good day, and then every now and then it just pops up in my mind. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. So anyway,
Tough going,
Alex,
mate. It's tough going.
Mate, Alex, how are you? Surely you're not as depressed as I am. Have you got a good?
I mean,
paddle
it's only
update?
taken you 12 minutes of this episode to ask me how I'm doing.
Yeah, I know. Had other stuff to talk about, more important, pressing matters.
How am I doing? I'm glad that there's been no fantasy football for at least a week because my season's now officially over. I can't make the playoffs now. Well, I suppose it's not over because I can still avoid relegation, I suppose.
Yeah, you've got loads to fight for, mate.
So yeah, things are good. I've done a lot of paddle, played some football this week. Me and Balf won this in this on the Tuesday night football group then that Andy Jackson is madly organising. Me and Balf were on the same team and our team won the 5-a-side league on Tuesday night.
Congratulations.
Beat Charlie and Jennings' team in the final.
Birthday boy Charlie.
Yeah, beat them in the final. Paddle's been good. We actually dropped Jennings for someone else, a Spaniard called Sergio, who works with Charlie. He came in and he knows how to play paddle. So actually, we had some pretty good paddle games playing with him because someone could serve over the net, which was good. So yeah, it's been good. Yeah. And football hasn't stopped for me because Wimbledon has still been playing, even though we've been getting battered now.
Really?
I think we've lost. We've got 1 point from our last 3 games, and then we've got Lincoln tomorrow, who are top of the league, who are fighting to get promoted to the Championship for the first time since 1962, I think it is. And then we've got Luton on Monday, which I'm going to. So we've got Luton at home on Monday.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can pick up a point in one of those games. But we've got a lot of injuries as well, and now all of a sudden everyone's like, "Could we get relegated again?"
Really?
Surely
I thought you were
not.
pushing for the playoffs. Yeah.
Well, we've got 6 games to go. No, we're definitely not pushing for the playoffs now. That's definitely gone.
That's done, isn't it?
Bit like your fantasy season.
As I said, we've lost 2 of our last 3, so that's done. We're 7 points from relegation with 6 games to go. So
you're right.
We should be okay because those teams near the bottom. I mean, Port Vale have got FA Cup this weekend, and they're getting relegated to League 2.
That's Chelsea. That's against Chelsea, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I can't be asked with watching the FA Cup as well.
No.
Some of these games just can't be bothered. Does not interest me one little bit.
Shit.
But yeah, we're good. We're here. We're doing the pod. We've still got another 7 days, 21 hours and 43 minutes until the next deadline.
Bloody hell.
It's a long way. You're not counting down or anything, no?
No.
We've got a while.
This does feel like the longest international break ever, probably because of the FA Cup fixtures.
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
I
mean, as bad as things get for Newcastle and Wimbledon, at least there's a bigger laughing stock in the football world at the moment, and that is Tottenham Hotspur, right? They've been busy over the international break. They've appointed De Zerbi, who did decently with Brighton, as I remember it, but like I don't know if he's
They've
done
given him
much
a
at Marseille.
5-year contract.
5-year contract.
He's absolutely pulled their pants down with that, hasn't he?
And there's no relegation clause in there. So if they get relegated, he can just,
How much does he walk away with if he gets sacked if they get relegated?
Yeah,
That's the
a lot of fucking money, I'd say.
Money.
Like, did you hear that Simon Jordan's rant about it on Talksport? Did you hear that?
No. What did he say?
Basically saying like De Zerbi has been at clubs for like 2 years. He comes in like rots the place from the inside out and then leaves. And now he's obviously got Spurs. Spurs obviously need a manager. He's got them.
They're already rotten.
They're already rotten. He's basically said to them, right, like you give me a 5-year deal, I'm not coming. And they obviously they need to act quickly. Yeah. They've got him in like a 2-year deal or a 3-year deal to a 5-year deal is probably going to be 10+ million in a buyout if they do sack him. But just looking at his managerial career, like it's nothing to write home about. Like he did well at Sassuolo, to be fair. He was there for 3 years from 2018 2021. Like 1 year at Shakhtar, did well at Brighton. Then why did he leave Brighton again?
I think I think he maybe fell out with the board, but like he kind of just drifted there. Do you know what I mean? Like he started well and then just like faded into a bit of mid-table obscurity. Which, to be fair, I don't think Brighton have done like with their new manager. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce his name, considering my track record with pronunciations, but like I don't think he's done that amazing, has he? So like Brighton are a good solid team.
Called, Ben? What's the Chelsea manager called?
Liam Rosenior. I've been practicing. I had to think about that. I've got every fibre of my being was trying to say Rosenior. But yeah, De Zerbi, I don't know. It's not a super inspiring appointment, but then again, what would be inspiring at this moment in time for them? I think
they're just
Spurs fan.
Yeah, they're after someone who's just going to discipline this lot, isn't it? That's what it means. But like they tried Tudor, he was shocking. But like, De Zerbi's just a hothead. I think. Like, I'm not sure. Like again, when he was at Marseille as well, previous, I think again. Just like banning lads from the squad. I think he banned Rabiot and that from training at one point, just like out of nowhere. I think he likes.
Rabiot does have a really annoying agent, by the way, though. Like that, I do see that one. I think it's his mum, and she just complains every time he doesn't get. Every time he's not a star.
I have to look that one up.
That could be more French if we tried that.
Lit. But no, I'm not sure. What do you boys think? Do you think he's gonna?
I don't think many people are going to be.
Are they going to stay up?
Maybe by the skin of their teeth. Also, I don't think De Zerbi's like a very popular man anyway. Didn't he defend Mason Greenwood at Marseille? So he's like a Greenwood apologist.
Got it here. Yeah. It said, basically said he'd paid in a strong way for what he'd done.
Oh yeah,
that is what he said, sort of thing.
Cool. So basically, no one's rooting for him then.
I think we just need to call out here is we do not approve of what Mason Greenwood did.
Absolutely.
We absolutely condone it. And
the fact that
they've gone and hired De Zerbi against a lot of the fans didn't even want him, right? A lot of them didn't want him. So the fact that the club have gone against that and thought, we'll do this, what's best for him. As Siege said, I think De Zerbi's pulled their pants down. If he win or lose, he's going to walk away with a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
And win-win for him.
Really, we talked about it, didn't we, a few weeks ago about Spurs? Just is a manager really going to turn this team around right now? Probably not. Like as you said, most of them would be like, don't really want to be there next year anyway, so have kind of just given up. They don't really give a shit if the club get relegated. People like Van de Ven, Romero, they don't care. Realistically. So is it really going to turn them around? I don't think so. I still think they're going to be dog shit. They haven't got any leaders in that team. No one's going to pull them out. Personally, I would have gone with someone who knew the club as the manager. I would have, even if it was Harry Redknapp for 3 months or
Harry
or getting Tim
Redknapp.
Sherwood back, or someone who knew the club and knew what wearing the badge meant. I think that's what they needed. They needed someone like that, not someone who's got no affiliation with the club at all. When they're in the dire hole like that, personally, I think any club you could go and get someone who could tell the players the story of what wearing the badge actually means.
Yeah,
agreed.
Yeah.
Whereas De Zerbi doesn't give a shit.
No, I do. And you can tell he doesn't give a shit by the way he was bartering with that contract.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, realistically, like Butler's. I think you're absolutely spot on. Like, why not get someone like Sherwood in, or not? Like, I don't rate Sherwood either. But
it doesn't need to necessarily be them, but someone like that, right?
Yeah,
Who's been there,
Ryan Mason, wasn't he caretaker a couple of times?
Yeah, he was there for a bit, wasn't he? He did caretaker stuff for a bit, but like getting Tudor's just fucked them even more. Like, whose decision that was? I would love to have been a fly on the wall around that table when they were coming up with that decision.
Yeah,
I think a good example, right, is look at United with Michael Carrick, someone who knew the club inside out, knew what it meant to wear the badge, and could tell that story to the players with some type of and put an arm around them and say, look, I'm going to back you, I'm going to support you. This is what it means to be part of Manchester United. Spurs have gone the complete opposite, and they're desperate. They are desperate, you know, and they've got a horrible run of games coming. So, you know, that could be a very empty stadium next year when they're in the Championship. I'll tell you that.
Exactly. Well, I've lived in America for 3 years, and I've made about 2 mates in that time because I'm busy raising kids and stuff like that, doing this pod. But one of the friends that I've made, shooting elk. One of the friends I've made over here is actually a Spurs fan, and you know we've been texting back and forth recently, and he was just basically laying into the club. He was like, "This is a disaster. Everyone needs to go. The CEO is a joke. He hasn't done a thing right. We might survive relegation, but the club is in shambles." And then De Zerbi got appointed, and he was just like, it feels like a desperation hire for a club with no identity. Maybe the best thing for them would be relegation. Then they'll be forced to stop role-playing as a top 6 club. And I was like, woof, harsh words, but probably accurate,
true, though.
Right? Yeah. Right, moving on from the debacle of Spurs, are we going to talk quickly about England? Did anybody? I didn't watch either of the friendlies, but should we chat about England real quick?
Let's have a little. What I wanted to do, I pick your boy's brain. Like, I have got 26 names written down here because I know Tuchel took 35, which was frightening. Like, I know he was trying to see, and a few lads got called back, didn't they? Sorry, Arteta called back Rice and Saka and those lads. But
this is fucking dog shit. I hate that.
It's mad.
It's just like, I'll just have a holiday, boys, for 2 weeks. Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah,
don't need to
it is crazy, and obviously shows where their priorities are. But I just wanted to. I've got 26 names here for the squad. I wanted to run them by you boys and see what you think and if you would add or take any away. Okay, so what I've got. There's 26 names here. I've got 3 goalies: Pickford, Trafford, and Henderson. I think are probably a bit of a lock, I would say.
Yeah,
can't see anyone
with any of that.
Can't see Pope getting in. So
no,
can't see Pope.
Shocking.
Ramsdale
not being great. Yeah,
no. So I think they're a lock.
Yeah.
And then I've got the only thing I'm lacking with defenders is centre backs here. Because I've got...
we don't have a great depth of talent at centre-back anymore, do we? It used to be our strongest position. Now it's like...
Absolutely. Like, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 defenders, but obviously O'Reilly can play in midfield. But I've got Trent, Reece James, Ezri Konsa, Mark Gahey, Maguire, O'Reilly, Lewis Hall, Livramento, and Dan Burn is what I had down. Obviously, it's only 3 centre-backs. The obvious omission there is John Stones. But would you...
He can't stay fit, can he?
Add or take away... Yeah, what is the crack with Stones? I saw he was in the squad the other night.
Got injured, didn't he, in the training? Did
he?
Yeah.
But I don't know if you... Would you take out a fullback and put a centre-half in there to have 4? What would you do?
I think you've forgotten... Tuchel likes Jed Spence, though, doesn't he?
Oh, what the fuck is that about? What is
Instead
that
of
about?
Trent. Instead of Trent.
Yeah,
No
he
chance.
liked him instead of Trent.
What?
Yeah, I don't really get
Isn't
it.
he with Trent's ex-missus or something as well, Tuchel? Is that right? Or
don't know.
spotted with
What?
Trent's ex-missus?
I
Genuinely.
did not know that.
I saw that in the paper.
Can't
But
believe they're dating the same age bracket. But what? Haven't you forgot
know.
Ben White? Ben White though is
I don't
finally
think he's good
returned.
enough.
Do you not?
I don't think I don't rate him ahead of Trent and Reece James. I know obviously if Reece James is not
Yeah.
fit, but like I'd say Livramento over Ben White as well. Would you not?
Yeah,
Yeah,
agreed.
because
Yeah.
Livramento can play left back as well, so it's like cover for
Exactly,
both
but
positions.
like-
I think Livramento's a shoo-in because he can play both sides. I think
Yeah.
you don't get that. Centre back is a conundrum. The fact that our backups are Maguire and Dan Burn.
Damn, I suppose. Sorry, I've got 4 there. Yeah, I've got 4 there. Burn, Maguire, Gahey, Konsa. Like, not
But I suppose
too...
I don't mind Maguire. I don't mind.
nor do
him
I.
as
He's
a
good for
backup.
England. He's good for England,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Yeah,
Maguire?
and he's like a leader, right? And you kind of
Yeah.
need people like that in the squad. I think I don't. He's not going to play. Realistically, it's Gurhey and Konza, isn't it? Like there's
Which
Yeah.
is
Quite
hardly
like that.
an inspiring pairing, is it? Like Gahey's
No.
class, Konza's okay, but he's not like a world beater or anything. It's long gone
No,
since the
he's-
days of Ferdinand and Terry.
Yeah, he's done well for England. He's quite mobile, which is good. But yeah, like but that goal, if you saw it against Japan particularly, they just like Palmer lost it, 3 passes down the left, mate, he pulled one back early and just Mitoma just ran onto it and hit it. They didn't have anything after that, but that's what if we
I suppose
if we can
if Riley can play midfield and defence, then you could surely take out one of the other like Trent potentially doesn't go then, right? Because you've got O'Reilly that can play a bit of everywhere, and then you can take an extra midfielder.
Yeah, I think if you don't take Trent though, like Trent can change a game for you. I know he's been sort of in and out of Real Madrid, but like his bringing his quality on for the last 10, 15 minutes, surely we're going to do that. But then
You
I've
ain't gonna
got like
take him, is he?
these midfielders, strikers. Like I'm just going to name like what did I have there? So I've done 12. These next 14 are pretty much like I've only got Watkins and Kane really who are my strikers, but these are my midfielders who I think will go. I've got Rice, Elliot Anderson, Saka, Palmer, Rashford, James Garner, Adam Wharton, Gordon, Bellingham, Rodgers, Mainu, and Jared Bowen. With Watkins and Kane, like, what do you think about those? Firstly, like, there's a few rogue ones in there.
No arguments against it, if I'm totally honest with you.
James Garner, the Everton.
He
lad.
was good, apparently. Apparently, I
Yeah.
read that he was good against Uruguay. I think you need players like that, I think,
Yeah.
because they're the ones
Yeah,
that are going to
same.
run around like absolute
Dogs.
loonies all
Yeah.
game and not give up. And then you need people like that's why I think Elliot Anderson's a shoe-in.
Oh, excellent.
Gardner, I think, is a
Absolute
shoe-in.
excellent.
These are guys, like, realistically, they're not going to play a load of minutes, are they? But if you need them to, they will give everything for it, right? And then that's
Yeah.
kind of what you want in there.
So who's your starter next? So obviously Rice starts in the centre, but who starts next to him is your preferred?
Elliot
Anderson.
I'd say.
He was a joke.
Every day.
He was a
Mate,
joke. He
he's
was
so
good in both
I'm
games.
so
Yeah.
set. He's linked with City as well this summer. Have you seen that? 100 million from Forest.
He was excellent. But who plays in that 3 in front of them though? Like realistically, lads, like Rodgers the other
Morgan
night was
Rodgers in
poor.
there. Did you say
No,
Rodgers?
I've got Rodgers. I have got Rodgers. Yeah, obviously, like
He's about
he was
form,
poor
isn't
the
he?
other night. He was poor the other night. Like you're
Well,
probably
it's not
going to
gonna
be
Bellingham
playing.
either because he can't stay fit to save his life right at the moment.
No,
Who's
like
that?
obviously, I don't know what's going on with Bellingham.
Bellingham.
What's going on with Bellingham as well?
Bellingham. Yeah, injury. A lot of injury this season.
Too much
But I thought
football
he's-
at a young age.
Yeah, yeah. Would he play? You'd play him further up, so you'd have 2 holding with Rice and Anderson, and then Bellingham in like the 10, and then
Yeah, and either Rodgers or
Rodgers as the
Saka,
deputy.
Saka and Palmer. But I actually quite like Rashford, to be fair.
Oh,
I
he's had a
mind
good
Rashford.
season at Barcelona, right?
I'd start
he
Rashford
actually
on the
looks-
left.
Yeah, Rashford on the left, Saka on. Sorry, yeah, Rashford on the left, Saka on the right, Bellingham in the middle, or Palmer and Kane. Like you said earlier, Ben. Like, what? Who else? Like Kane, Watkins. He's going to take another. Like, I'm trying to think who else would be. Solanke, Welbeck, like would it, or did he just take Bowen? Would he? I don't know.
Bowen is like an auxiliary third, like emergency backup, I guess. Because otherwise, your option is like Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who Andy Jackson randomly captained, or even Tony. But I don't even know what he's doing in Saudi Arabia these days. Is he doing well? I don't know.
No, I don't know. Danny Welbeck, maybe, but he's too old for me.
No, but he's a good third option, I suppose, if shit hits the fan.
I just take 2 strikers.
Yeah.
Like, if you know Harry Kane and
because Rashford can play as a striker, can't he? As well, you've got like Rashford, Bowen. Yeah, you've got these wingers that can play as strikers. So just take two strikers and then take an extra midfielder.
Harry Maguire can play up front as well if we need him to.
Just stick him up there,
blockhead.
Yeah, but no, I don't. I think, to be fair, I don't think that's going to be very far away from the 26th, to be honest.
Barring injuries.
Jed Spence will go in place of someone random.
What is that, Jed Spence? Like, what has he done?
Nothing.
What has he
He's
done
been really poor in a poor Tottenham side, but he can also play left back and right back. Woohoo.
Yeah, that's probably why. But like, when I saw him starting the other night against Uruguay, I was like, who has he paid? No. What brown envelope has he fucking given Toots to pay?
Oh dear.
But it will be interesting. It will be because I liked Mainu as well. He was quite good the other night as well. He's quite him, Anderson, Rice. I do like Wharton for a bit more quality, like in the final 20 minutes as well. Like I think those 5 will easily rotate if we have to rotate. Like if we have a little. I think it's Rice, Anderson. Then I'd say Garner's ahead of Mainu at the moment, and Garner's ahead of Mainu and Wharton. I'd say he's third choice.
Wow. I thought Wharton would be third choice just because he's had a good season at Palace. But
but he's not been fit enough. I don't think he's had a fair few injuries.
Yeah,
I think what's more concerning for England is we don't have enough informed players going towards the tournament right now.
Absolutely agree.
We haven't some of those key players that we're going to need to come up with key moments on playing football. Bellingham, Palmer, Stones. Ideally, we want him fit to play.
Trent.
He's not. Kane missed these internationals through injury as well.
Yeah.
It kind of every tournament England get to, it's like they've played too much football. We're going to be tired. The temperature's going to be hot in America. They're going to be tired. We're going to play shit football. They're going to be tired.
Yeah.
So tired. So tired, mate.
We'll be like high intense for like 5 minutes, and then they'll be tired the rest of the match, and we'll draw 0-0.
That's a bit like Newcastle. It's a bit like watching Newcastle. We press well for the first 15 minutes, and then fall off.
I watched a funny thing on Instagram the other day. Some guy commentating over England, how somehow England shitted their way to the Euros final in the last. Literally shat their way to the final, and it didn't. Won 1 group game, drew 2, nearly lost to Slovakia, scraped through. Nearly lost to Switzerland, beat them on penalties, scraped past Holland in the last minute, and then got battered by Spain in the final. But yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
Right, chaps. Let's take a break, and then after the break, we can stop talking about the international break, and we can talk about fantasy. Even though it's been like almost 2 weeks, and I actually can't remember what happened. But we'll be right back after this.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Sonny and Cher pod. We're going to do key battles from game week 31, which feels like an age away. But let's have a little recap and refresh everyone's mind ahead of the return of fantasy, which is still, as Alex says, 7 days and 46 seconds away or something.
It's right here, Ben. 7 days, 21 hours, 23 minutes.
Is there a little timer on that as well?
Yeah, of course there is. Greg doesn't miss a beat, Siege. What are you talking about?
That's true. That's true.
True.
We're going to start with your game, Alex. I'm sure you'll be very happy that we're bringing this up, but it was
with our three
Cucurella
differentials.
eats Paella, 63 points versus Dunkio Busquet with 59. As you say, only 3 differentials. Very, very, very tight game between 16th and 12th. So a 4-point loss for our commissioner brings your very slim hopes of the playoffs to an abrupt end, right, Alex? Is that now like mathematically
That's
correct
official,
in saying it's officially
official,
Alex is not going to be in the playoffs this season if you needed an official
for the
sign off.
3rd year in a row.
So now Alex can focus solely on avoiding relegation. These two managers both elected to play their free hits and both chose to captain Bruno Fernandes. So it was an incredibly tight game that went right to the wire. Basically, Alex, the difference in this game was Brentford goalkeeper Kelleher, right? Who got a clean sheet, bonus point, and that was it.
Didn't Thiaw score as well and then have it disallowed?
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was also really fun. That was really good.
Plus, that United game was a load of bullshit as well because they should have had a penalty and then 2 seconds later Bournemouth score.
Oh yeah,
and then
I remember you
Bournemouth then
ranting
get
about
a penalty. Then Bournemouth then get a penalty for exactly the same thing that United didn't get a penalty for, and that pissed me off as well. And then seeing the Brentford Leeds, the most drabbest game in history.
Oh, fucking hell.
It was shittest game, and then Kelleher gets 9 points because he made 3 saves, which was straight at him from 30
3
yards
saves.
out.
You get a couple bonus points for 3 saves. That seems mad,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
I think he got.
Must have been a
you
shit game if the goalkeeper
You
got
get an
bonus
extra point
points.
because he made 3 or more saves.
Right.
And that's how
But
shit the game was, is that the
Yeah.
goalie got 2 bonus points as well. That's how shit the game
Didn't
was.
even save a pen or anything.
No, just a standard 0-0 draw.
Lovely, lovely.
Not much else to say on that, apart from look at all the transfers I made on my free hit.
That looks like way too many.
Well, I should have kept Gordon in, shouldn't I?
Oh yeah, he scored, didn't he?
Yeah.
Took him out for Rodgers.
Well,
that's that.
You've got to avoid. Rodgers scored though, at least, didn't he? No, am I
got an
making that up?
assist.
Oh yeah,
Got an assist.
it's the first thing he'd done in weeks, actually. Right, let's move on then, because there's not much to say about that. This one's also pretty cut and dry. It was Charlie versus Matt. Saka, my voice note, with 43 points versus Botman returns with 59. Some truly desperate times now for the Chronicles of Charlie, who took a massive 16-point hit in this matchup against Matt, presumably with one eye on the long term and his remaining games, given that Matt has been really in strong form recently. So I think Charlie kind of chalked this one up as a loss. Charlie took a 16-point hit, as I said, to bring in 5 players, and I'll give you one guess as to how many points he got for that 16-point hit. Okay, no one's going to guess. It was 16 points. One
0. Yeah.
Well, the only good thing he did was Mbuemo to Gordon was probably the best call. Could you bring up his? Yeah, there you go. You got it.
I think
has
his transfers were here. Here you go.
Yeah. You see, he brought 16 points, and Gordon was the only one in the plus there. Actually, no, Gakpo to Schloboschlei was an extra point.
Can I just point out that Charlie took minus 16 points to bring in some of these players?
Schloboschlei, random. Gordon,
is it really
random.
worth it?
João Pedro, you understand that one. Okay, so let's look. He brought in Schloboschlei, which is an odd one. Gordon, which is an odd one. João Pedro, that one makes sense. Anderson, is that Elliot Anderson or is that?
Yeah,
Elliot. Yeah.
For Enzo.
To be fair, he got rid of some shite. To be honest, he got rid of
shite, but then kind of replaced them with average shite.
Yeah, true. Gakpo, Mbuemo, Krupi. I know Krupi scored, which crapped me up. Enzo.
Yeah, he doesn't normally take the pens,
fair.
Does he, Krupi? And he
no,
got
I know.
the pen
It made me
against
laugh
him.
as well. Classic.
And then Hall as well for Chalobah. I wish Hall had worked out for you, Charlie. Honestly,
yeah,
Clino would have been great. Anyway, fuck Newcastle. Things did get off to a good start for Charlie because he captained Bruno Fernandes against Matt's choice of Harry Wilson, and Bruno Fernandes got that goal, assist, and 3 bonus points for a huge return of 26 points. And it was Friday's game, if you remember. It was the first game, so off to a nice start, but it's a big ask to recover from minus 16. And then Wilson himself bagged a goal and 2 bonus points. So it's a really comfortable win in the end for Matt, who solidifies his position of third in the table, 5 points clear of Stu in fourth. Now, Alex, you don't have to answer now. Maybe you're doing a segment later, but does Charlie taking a 16-point hit and handing Matt the win also hand Matt Manager of the Month for March? Or can you?
Well, you won as well, Ben. So it's down to you two. I lost, so I'm out. So it's down to you, Ben, and Matt. So we'll find out a bit later about who won Manager of the Month. Everyone's praying right now that it's not you.
Oh dear, real trouble for Charlie there, and as we said, not sure that his long-term replacements are that amazing.
Is he going to be building a trophy? Is the question. It's bloody tight down there, but we'll look at that in a minute.
The fact that you've got Hall and Gordon in your team now, when Newcastle are very, very average, is a bit worrying. Let's move on to my game. So it was Nick in 15th versus me in first. I saw that Nick did not have a free hit. So I was very curious about what he was going to do. And in the end, he wildcarded with 6 changes in total, bringing in Bruno Fernandes. Better late than never, I guess, Nick. Hall, Ekitike, Lewis Potter, Kenny Tete, and Martinez into his team for the final stretch of the season. Some random ones in there. So with the blank game week, both benches were full of City and Arsenal players, and there were a couple of hairy moments with our starters. So Nick brought in Tete for Fulham, the right back, who did not actually feature at all, which was good news for me. And then Chow came off the bench for me, and I thought he'd scored, so I was delighted about that. And then Nick had Hall, so I was worried about missing out on the clean sheet. Turns out Newcastle are fucking shit, so I didn't have to worry about that. Despite that horror result and Chow being rested, the rest of my weekend went very smoothly. Captain Bruno Fernandes powered me into an early lead, despite Nick owning Cunha. While Nick's choice of Ekitike as captain went off injured after only 9 minutes, which gave him a grand return of 2 points. Again, captain choice probably winning it in this matchup here. And then for each differential, we had counters for each other. For example, he has Martinez in goal. I had Cash in defence, so that negated it. And then he has Hall, I have Chow. He has Lewis Potter, but I had Kelleher, etc., etc. In the end, I won this game quite comfortably by 21 points, which is basically what Bruno Fernandes got me as captain. So 5 wins in a row for me, top of the league by 2 points, 8 points clear of 4th place, leading the charts in overall points. But I don't give a shit. I trade it all in for a derby win or a competent Newcastle side or a correct prediction on my fucking accumulator with the boys. So as Alex very well knows.
Thanks for reminding me. I totally forgot that you'd let us down again.
Yes. So just for context here for CJ and listeners, myself, Thomas Jennings, Andy Farnfield, Charlie Milsom, and wait, who am I forgetting? That's 4. There's 5. And wait,
Jennings.
Who am I forgetting? Jennings.
Me, Charlie, Farney, Jennings, and you.
Sorry, I can't count. So each week we pick one team to win in a 5-fold accumulator. And how many weeks have we been doing it now, Alex? Probably about 10? 10, 12, something like that?
That many, has it? Maybe it's been that. No, I think it's been it must be about 10. And I think we're now officially at a loss because
we each put in a tenner each week.
Every week our returns are around the same, but I think Jennings has got 9 out of 10 right. To be fair,
somehow Jennings unbelievably has 9 correct calls out of 10. The rest of you lads are sort of like
we've got the score. We've got the scoreboards. Jennings has got 7 out of 9 correct.
Yeah,
I got 5 out of 9. Charlie and Andy have got 6 out of 9. Any guesses on how many Ben's got right out of 9?
I'd say 1 out of 9.
Fucking hell, Siege. That's harsh. It's actually 3. And do you know what? 2 of those, I think 2 of those were tips from Farney anyway. Farney just told me to go with Pompey, and they won that weekend. So yeah, basically, let me set the scene. Everyone has made their correct calls. I've gone for Arsenal to beat Man City in the League Cup, which seemed like a good idea at the time. However, it was the last game of the weekend. Everybody else's results have come in, so I'm watching it desperately. If we win, what are we going to win? Like 200 quid or something?
£210, I think. Off a
Yeah,
tenner.
brilliant. So it's my fault that we didn't win 200
Not each,
quid.
that was between us. But
Yeah. So it would have been like, whatever, 60 quid each, but whatever. Oh, so not even my fantastic fantasy season can take away the pain of Newcastle's mediocrity or my fucking accumulator with the lads. So someone just needs to give me a time machine so I can stop Isak from moving to Liverpool and breaking his leg. Or
need
I
the
could
almanac from Back to the Future.
Exactly. I could go puncture a tire on Wiss's car. So Nick stays in 15th and has lost 4 on the trot. Meanwhile, I keep winning,
That's
but I don't
Nick's.
really
That's Nick's
care.
playoffs hopes over as well. By the way.
Yeah. So
Been
he's teetering right on the edge. Is he? Where is he safe from relegation?
We'll look at that in a sec. Should we do
Okay.
the last game and then we'll look at the table?
Okay, last but not least, 2 relegation-threatened managers in the shape of Luke Hotel Tiago.
Can I?
With
Did you know that? I don't know if you've called this out, but I just wanted to make this call here. I spoke to Jennings, and he totally again. I think he forgot, didn't he, to do his transfers again? Yeah,
yeah, I do. I do write
forgot.
that. Yeah,
he forgot
So
the
classic.
deadline. Standard.
So classic.
And he's like, I don't want to finish. I don't want to get relegated. And I'm like, you could have used all your transfers in your free
He's got
hit. And he
5
thought-
still, hasn't
but
he?
you know what
Yeah.
he'd done is he thought he'd forgot that there was a cup final, so he thought, oh, I'll just save them for next week. And I'm like,
what?
are you all right?
What? He bet on the cup final, so he went against our accumulator, and he bet on City to win, and he also bet on Sunderland to beat Newcastle. I think his
Yeah, he won like
acca came in.
300 quid.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
fucking
won.
prick.
He's got
It's
some
fine, he
knowledge, the
could-
lad.
He has, yeah. It's a shame he hasn't got any fancy knowledge.
It's like the opposite. So he's got really good football knowledge and he's making correct calls, but he's bottom of the head-to-head. Whereas I'm doing really well in fantasy, but I can't make a correct call to save my fucking life. But anyway, it was Hotel Tiago with 68 points versus the mightier Canards with 41. So last but not least, we actually have the biggest score of the game week. Can anyone believe that Luke was the one who got the league high of 68
play.
points with his free hit chip, absolutely demolishing Tom in the process by a comfortable 27 points. Basically, if there's an early Friday game at 8 p.m. on a Friday night, then and you're playing Jennings, you know your quid's in, you know you've won because he always misses the early deadline. So he actually, Luke did all this without Bruno Fernandes. So that 68 points came from like Garner, Rogers, Wilson, and Gordon as his midfield 4, scoring him a massive 40 points between them. Coyote from Brentford and Martinez did the biz for him at the back, while even his bench was stacked with points in the form of Pickford and Tarkowski. As we said, Tom, meanwhile, from the looks of it, clearly forgot to do his team or just gave up this week with Raya and Rice in his starting lineup. And he also didn't change his captain. We were all wondering what Tom... Yeah. It's because there was no early game, mate. So we were all wondering what Tom was going to do with his 5 free transfers, and the answer appears to be fuck all. So massive result in terms of the table there. Luke rising 2 places and overtaking Gazzy T and Tom to slide into 21st. Only one of 2 managers, with Andy Farmfield being the other one, in the bottom 6 to win their matchups. So Luke is now just 3 points from safety. Fair play, Luke. I did not see that coming.
I wrote him off, to be fair. I written him off, but he's coming back. That table is naughty down there, lads, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
you're not clear of that. You are not clear of that.
No, what's hilarious though is I won 3 in a row and I'm still 18th.
I know. Mate, I've won like 5 out of 6 and I haven't got above 12th.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is down there. It could be. I think
could be worse, mate.
One positive thing is I'm safe from the trophy build. I think the trophy build is now between the bottom 4. I think it's Charlie, Gazzy, T, Jennings, and Luke. I don't really see Jordan being pulled into that. He's going to pick up we've got 4 games to go. I don't really see him losing 6 points, but you never know.
No,
it's the fight for the relegation now because you've obviously got Nick's been dragged into it. It's probably from Nick down to probably Jennings, I would say, that's still potentially got a chance.
Agreed.
Gazzy T and Charlie, I would probably say, are pretty much relegated. It could be official after next week that if they both lose and all the teams above them win, they could actually be relegated with 3 games to go.
Charlie, I'm just going to round off the other results. If you go back to the results page, please, Alex. Dassey beat Dave 66-53. Dassey used his free hit very well there. CJ, you lost to Smithy by a mere 5 points. Talk us through that one. How do you feel?
The only thing I've got to say is I am never texting anyone before a deadline again, because I text him at about half hour before and said, looking for something like, got you this weekend, mate. And he texts me back 10 minutes later saying, thank fuck you messaged me, because I would have forgot that deadline. Classic. Then he plays his free hit, the bastard, and fucking beats me because Hill scores an own goal. I think Hill scoring an own goal and then Soberschlei and Troffair picking up fucking DEFCON. Like, you couldn't even write it. You couldn't write it, but then, you couldn't write it.
Especially with the Hill one, CJ, because he'd got like 6 weeks in a row of hauling about 7 points, and then did you just put him in? He gets the OG.
No, I had him in just to I didn't want to play my free hit because I know the 34 blank is going to be a lot worse than this. That's why I thought I'd try and get by, and I did have Wilson on. I was like, right, I think I had Wilson, and who else did I have? No, who did I have? Wilson and Rogers. I mean, Wilson and Rogers, I needed I don't think I needed much from them. I think Rogers, do you see that one Rogers missed as well? From 2 yards out. That who were they playing? I don't know who they were playing, but he missed a sitter from 2 yards out, which would have won it for me. But yeah, all in all, I'm never actually going to text anyone ever again because it came back to fucking haunt me.
That's class, because that means he put together a free hit team in about 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah. And he had, do you know what he had? He had 3 fucking United players. He had Cunha, Mbuemo, and Fernandez. So at one point I was like, if this is a quiet evening, I'm sorted. And then Butler put in, I wish I'd have kept Cunha. I was like, for fuck's sake, what's he done?
Won the pen.
He got an assist for Bruno's bloody penalty, and I was like, cheers, because that 6 points killed me off as well. I think, I was always chasing. Do
you want a tissue?
Yeah, Tish, proper Tish.
Wait, guys, actually, we should have spent this pod talking a little bit about the blank, and is it 34? You said, Siege.
We can do that next week.
We'll do that next week. Got some good. A lot of info came out today, so stay tuned. Listen in for Wednesday because I will explain it all to everyone then. Yeah.
All right, cool. Because I'm going to need your help. Because is that the final game before the playoffs? Playoffs start game week 35.
35 is the So there's 33 double, 34 blank coming up. So they're big game weeks to negate.
Okay, all right. We'll cover that next week. Okay, let's go through the rest of the results. So Stu battered Andy 58-39 in the Battle of the Old Geezers. Andy Jackson choosing to captain Dominic Calvert-Lewin of all people for some reason.
Idiot.
Lost by almost 20 points. Bunny, meanwhile, gets a very useful win over Rafaro, 60-47, with Watkins captain there. Another rogue shout, which worked out.
Rafaro is doing everything he possibly can to not make the playoffs.
I know. What is that run? Look at that form. Hasn't he lost 3 or 4 in a row now?
I can't get it up on here, can I? I have to go and...
You have to go to the league table. But yeah, Rafaro is hitting... Oh no, he's not too... Oh no. Yeah, 3 losses in 5. I mean, yeah,
but I think it's
hitting
2 wins
form.
In 10.
Yeah, hitting poor form right at the wrong time. And then we've got Fraser beating Jordan in an extremely close match. So Jordan took a -4.
So Rafaro's only won 2 of his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
He's in trouble there, isn't he?
Yeah,
might not make the playoffs.
Carry on.
No, I moved on too quickly. But Fraser beat Jordan in a very, very close match. Jordan took a 4-point hit and lost 57-55. I wonder if that minus actually ended up hurting him more than it helped him. Meanwhile, Dan and Trav drew, which is I was very surprised by that because I had my eye on that one all weekend with Nixie, on same points as me. He looked set to win, so there must have been like a bonus point or a DEFCON recalculation
I think that's
at
what
the
it was,
last minute because he was winning the entire time I was looking, and then I logged in to see 67-67.
Yeah.
I don't know who.
I think it was Josh.
tipped
It
the
was
balance.
Josh King. I think Josh King picked up 3. That guy that's done nothing all season.
I know. I laughed.
I've had him in his team for 13 points.
I laughed. It was Nixie was texting me throughout this. Nixie did a free hit,
luck.
didn't he?
Yeah.
That is luck from Trav there.
No, he didn't.
Did he not? No.
No. But I mean, talk about luck. Josh King getting you 13 points. I mean,
So
Jesus.
Madness. Absolute madness.
Yeah.
And then to round it off, Mike absolutely smashed Peaks here, 66-38. So Mike was the joint third highest score of the week, and Lewis had the lowest score of the week. But didn't I say that last week as well, like the week before? Whenever we last did a pod, like Peaks might be in a spot of bother.
Yeah,
he made it.
Yeah.
It's low scores though.
58. 58 is pretty secure, I'd say.
Yeah, it's just keeping the powder dry for the playoffs. And then at another bottom of the table clash, Trotty beat Gazzy by 4 points, 65-61. Very, very close game there. Both played free hits. Matt, I'm assuming Gazzy will revert back to his 5 Man City players this weekend, but he looks a prime candidate at the moment to build me a trophy.
Yeah.
Right.
So I just wanted to, just before we move on quickly, I saw Nixie and Peaks the other day, and we were talking about the playoffs, and they were telling me about who they're most scared of in the playoffs and who they're least scared of in the playoffs. Funnily enough, Ben, the person that they least fear in the playoffs is you. They see you as
that's bold.
They see you, Ben, as the just happy to be there in the playoffs when you and then and then that would be that. They don't see
that's
you
unbelievable.
As a
Ben doesn't need any more motivation to win.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I know. Plus, I just said I don't give a shit as long as Ben doesn't take a clean sweep of everything. Someone please beat him somewhere for something. So he's not taking because he's going to take the total points.
W5. Look at that. Total points, 1868.
But the people they're most afraid of, funnily enough, is one being Matt, which doesn't really surprise me. Matt's quietly going about his business. And the other one was Mike. They did say, look, they reckon that Mike will get in the playoffs and he will do what he did last year. And he will go on that little run. So,
get lucky in the final and win by technicality.
Obviously, exactly, yeah. So obviously they're not scared of you, Ben. They're not scared of Balf, obviously, because Balf's on the downturn.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why enough people aren't talking about Smithy. I think Smithy, to me, I think he's one of my favourites right now. The form that he's in, especially
he's got a lot of tips as well.
Yeah, especially if you're coaching him through, Siege. Yeah. But anyways, before we move on to your game right at the end, we do have to settle who won Manager of the Month for April.
Yeah.
It was between me, Ben, and Matt. Obviously, I lost, so it then ended up between being Ben and Matt. Now, realistically, Ben actually had a really shocking month scoring points-wise. Somehow he's won 5 games in a row. How he's won 5 games in a row is beyond me because he even got less points than me in March. With only a total of 243. Matt absolutely wiped the floor of you this month.
Yeah.
And wins March Manager of the Month with
I didn't think it was going to be
264
close.
points.
Okay, so like 21 points. That's nothing.
That's quite a lot. If we just quickly look at Greg's awards, I love looking at these. Obviously the biggest achievers of the month. There I am. Look at me, second for March.
Look at that, mate.
Yeah. But in terms of points, Siege, you're up there, third highest point scorer through March. So that was good from you. Luke had a good one, 58 points from his captains. Mike was extremely lucky on the luck index. Trav was the transfer genius for March.
Interesting.
And then we obviously, let's look at the dubious ones, because those ones are always a bit of fun. First week was Charlie taking a -16. That was when he took all his points. The lowest point scorer through March was Jordan, with only 77 points through 3 games.
Jesus Christ,
in March.
that's shit.
That's shit, isn't it? Average
Hang
of
on.
25
Can't be right.
points.
That can't be right, mate. Because you just said that me and Matt got 200 plus.
Yeah, I got 100. Yeah, that's that. I think that's a bit glitchy.
No.
I think.
But that's just ours is slightly different. So we've got 4 games in March, whereas Greg only has 3.
Oh,
does it?
gotcha.
Ours,
Gotcha.
yeah. So ours is slightly different because our first month overlapped between February and March. But how I've split it is to make sure that we try and at least have 4 games each month.
Yeah.
So if there's a crossover, it crosses over. So there we go. But Farney had the worst captains in March. Only his
Captain disaster, 6 points. Oh my God, you only got 6 points from your captain in March. Jeez.
I mean, Dave wasn't much better with 7.
That's because Farney captained Raul Jimenez for 2 weeks in a row, and I think he's starting on the bench.
Jackson's clinging on to the most points left on the bench thing. He left 37 points on the bench.
Champer that, absolutely champer that.
Mike took -18 through March, just calling that out. As well, and there we go. So that's the March. It didn't look very good. If you look at their actual head-to-head in March, Nick and Jordan and Dave had shockers, and so did Trav with no wins through March. So
congratulations to Matt. You know, we've got the derby loss, but
well
at least you got a 15 quid to drown your sorrows with, or 10 quid, whatever it is.
I've now got to think of a player for this game.
I've got one. I've got a really good one.
It's not anyone we don't fucking know, is it? Like,
no, this one you'll know. It won't be any obscure Brazilian defenders. No. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Sonny and Cher pod. Just going to finish with our usual game. Over the next few weeks, I'm actually going to chop and change these games a little bit to have a little bit more football trivia, but this is the OG, and it's going to stay for now. But if you haven't listened, all we're going to do, pick a player, past or present, playing or retired. We're going to name how many clubs that player's played for, and the other 2 lads are going to battle it out to see how many they know. I think I've got scores on the doors. Butler 20, me 6.5, Ben 9.5, and our guests have 2 or 3 or a couple, I think. So
we haven't had a guest on for a while because guests don't don't want to come on anymore.
Siege, when you say you're going to mix this up, so is that still going to count towards our point total? So there is actually a chance I can catch Butler up.
Then. You can't catch.
We're gonna do a little top 10s next week, so you really can catch him up then. Yeah, you can catch him up then.
I'm going to hit the books.
Who do you want to start, Benny, with your player then?
Can I go? Yeah, this is in honor because I'm a gracious loser. You know, gracious in victory, gracious in loss. This is in honor of Son. Mate, how did you know that? Mate, I'm actually Kevin Phillips. Yes, Kevin Phillips, a very underrated baller. I can't believe that you called.
As soon as you said that, I was like, Sunderland striker Kevin Phillips, done.
Yeah. He's had a pretty like, you know, eclectic career. Obviously Sunderland where he scored the main bulk of his goals, but he has played for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 clubs. So I thought he'd be a good one. I thought he'd be a good one to start with. How many can you name? Alex can name him before I've even named him, so I reckon.
I was going to say,
I've got 4.
4?
I think. Yeah.
I haven't got 4. Nah, go on, mate. Go on. Impress us again. Come on.
Well, obviously
Yeah.
Sunderland is one,
Yeah.
and then he went to Southampton.
Yeah, correct. Directly after
Then-
Sunderland. Well done.
He was at Birmingham at some point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He
where.
was.
that. Yeah.
I also think he was at Villa as well, wasn't he? There was like this
He
weird
was,
thing
yeah.
between Villa and Birmingham, and he got a load of shit for it, I think.
Yeah,
So those are my
that's
four.
right.
I don't know any
That's
of them.
Hey,
correct,
was he
mate.
at-
Smashed it out.
Was he at Palace as well?
He was, mate, but only
Yeah,
for
good knowledge.
only for a loan. I did get turned permanent, but after it got turned permanent, he only made 4 appearances, and then after that, he went to Leicester City.
I don't know
So
why I recall
yeah.
that one. Go on.
it's funny, isn't
What's
it?
his
The things you remember, like
Yeah.
playing for Palace, he only scored 6 goals in 18 appearances actually, so not that bad.
Yeah.
So he
He
started.
was an absolute baller for Sunderland, though,
was.
wasn't he?
Yeah,
He was.
baller.
He started his career at Baldock Town, although I don't think he ever made an appearance. I don't even know if that counts as one of his clubs. And then it was Watford, 59 apps, 24 goals. And then Sunderland, 208 apps, 113 goals. Then Southampton, 22 goals in 64 apps, although there's a little note here on Wikipedia to say that that's a bit in dispute because Premier League gave him 13 goals and he only actually got 12 or something. I don't know. Who cares? And then Aston Villa, 23 apps, 4 goals. And then West Brom. I'm surprised neither of you said West Brom.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
I remember him
course,
for West Brom. Absolute animal there. 38 goals in 71 appearances. And then he rocked up at Birmingham City from 2008 to
Gone
2011.
from Villa to West Brom to Birmingham. Just stayed in the area.
Just loves the area, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
19 goals in 69 apps for Birmingham. And then Blackpool. That must have been when
They
they...
all go to
do you know
Blackpool.
what?
they all get...
I had Blackpool. I don't know why I had Blackpool in my head.
18 goals in 56 apps, not bad. And then, finished it
Yeah.
off. Crystal Palace and Leicester City. Do not... Leicester
Did he
City
play
as
for
well.
England? Did he ever play for England?
8 caps, 0 goals.
Yeah,
so he did play
should have
for
had
England.
more. Should have had more.
He's a great player. You'd have to
Yeah.
say, out of Newcastle and Sunderland strikers, you'd probably have Shearer number 1. I don't know if you could argue with anyone else, but Kevin Phillips for number 2.
Quinn? No,
Niall Quinn, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Yeah.
Right, that's my go, chaps. Oh,
Good
mate.
one.
Brian
Good
Brumby.
one.
Oh, thanks for
Come
reminding
on
me.
then.
All right,
Siege.
you got. All right, Mike. This is a classic.
I have got one now, but I'll let you go.
All right, this is a classic.
Is it a
From back
Portsmouth
to back.
player?
I had him on the back of my
Cranshaw,
shirt.
Cranshaw, because we talked about him.
Yeah, is it Cranshaw? Yeah.
Nico
Yes!
Cranshaw, lads. Played for
He played
seven.
for so many teams.
Only 7 apparently. 7
No.
clubs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, boys.
Do you know what's really annoying about this, Siege, is that you brought him up last pod, and I was like, right, I'm going to study Nico Cranshaw's career in case he comes up on
Yeah.
the next pod, and then I fucking forgot.
Of course you
7.
forgot. I think
He's
I've got
obviously
a number,
won.
but it's your turn to go, Ben.
Go on,
So
Ben.
you've
You're
got-
guessing, mate. Go on.
Oh, mate. Okay, so I know at least 2. So it's Portsmouth and Spurs.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
be fair, I've only got 3, so I would have only guessed 3.
So I think he was in the Croatian team at the same time as Luka Modric, wasn't he? So
Yeah.
they started obviously they probably started their careers in Croatia. So it will be like Dynamo.
Yeah.
What are they called?
What's the famous
Yeah,
club? Yeah,
CJ's like,
you're right.
yeah. Go on,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah.
Go on, mate. Fuck. Now all I can think
the
about
main
is them in
city in Croatia.
The main city.
Dinamo's
Yeah.
Zagreb, or
Yeah,
Kiev.
very good. Yeah. Dinamo Zagreb.
Kiev's in
Spurs.
Ukraine, bud.
Oh, no, but I was thinking about Dynamo. Sorry.
Chicken Kiev.
Speaking of Ukraine, though, he did play in the Ukraine as well.
That's who I had. I had Dynamo Kiev. I didn't have Zagreb. I had Dynamo Kiev.
Very good.
But I didn't have.
Who else did he play for then, apart from those
So
three?
he
Did he go to
started as the-
QPR? Actually, wasn't he
Yeah.
at QPR for a bit?
That was weird. Did Redknapp
when
Redknapp
Harry
wasn't at
Redknapp went
QPR,
there?
was- Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did. He
Yeah,
basically,
like
he
Harry
basically
Redknapp brought that
followed.
whole Portsmouth team
Yeah.
too with him, didn't he?
Literally, it's so funny. But yeah, he started his career at Dinamo Zagreb, 84 apps, 19 goals. Then went to Hajduk Split for a year,
Oh, yeah.
50 apps, 15 goals. Then Pompey for 3 years, 83 apps, 9 goals. Then to Spurs, 49 apps, 9 goals. Then to Dinamo Kiev, 13 apps, 4 goals. Then he went on loan to QPR for 2 years, 51 apps, 4 goals. Then to New York Cosmos. And then he actually finished his career at Rangers. Was there for 2 years.
Was Redknapp there as
yeah.
well? Did Redknapp go to Rangers?
I don't think so, no.
I don't think
I don't think Redknapp went out of England, did he, to be honest? South
think he was
England
allowed.
as well. No, yeah.
I actually thought Cranshaw played for more clubs than that, so.
Yeah, so did I.
Nice.
Right, Butler.
Cool. Well, my player has been a presidential candidate. He's had multiple wives at one time.
Oh.
He's probably scored some of the greatest Champions League goals ever, and that is
Samuel
Ronaldinho.
Eto'o. Oh.
Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho. Ooh, yeah, okay.
So he's played for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 clubs.
Yeah, it's not many, is it? Oh.
Did you know he'd been a presidential candidate?
I did not know
for
that.
who? Like, what
For
is
Brazil.
that about?
Brazil.
Yeah.
Brazil.
Jesus.
CJ's guessing, isn't he?
That's
Not me.
tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is tough. That is. It's tough. There must be some random names in here as well, is there?
There'd be some random Brazilian
Depends
clubs.
what your
wouldn't
class is random.
it? Hmm.
Mm.
Yes, he played for 7 clubs. They're all random.
Seven clubs, was it? Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. 8
Right.
maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 he did.
All right.
Some-
well,
One of them I've
some-
never heard of. So yes, there's probably one obscure one.
all right. So Barca and AC are the
Yeah.
ones. Are
Yeah.
the big ones, aren't they?
Yeah. He also played for another big club in Europe.
I'm thinking that Ajax. No. PSG. Sorry, PSG.
PSG, yeah.
Yeah,
So he
well
went
done,
from
well
PSG to Barca to AC. Yeah.
PSG, Barca, AC.
got
He
3.
obviously played. He obviously played a bit in Brazil, didn't he? Let's be honest.
He played a lot in Brazil, yeah. He played for about 5 different teams. In
Did he?
Brazil.
Did he? Okay. I'm gonna go.
You could name any of them, and I'm sure you might get one right.
I'm gonna go. Flamengo.
Yeah, played for Flamengo, yeah.
Flamengo. What about? I've got Atletico Mineiro here as well. Is that
Yeah,
right?
he played for them,
Yeah.
yeah. He played for them too.
Nice, man. Good for a
God,
clean
you're on
sweep.
fire, really. You
Yeah.
got 5 of the 8.
I've,
Right, so
I've
I've got-
googled him. There's one you're not going to be. You're never going to guess. If you
Yeah, I
guess
don't
it,
know
it's
that
too
one.
late. Yeah.
2 left, both Brazilian.
Yeah, 2 left, both Brazilian.
Nah. One of them's. Hang on. Let me
They're
just
both
read
Brazilian,
this.
Ben. Then I know I'm a
Fluminense.
football manager genius. Yeah, Fluminense he played for. Yeah, can you get? If you get a clean
Oh, it's a
sweep here,
clean
Siege, we'll give
sweep.
you 3 points. If you can
All
get
right,
the
clean
last
sweep.
one, you can have
Um,
3 points, Siege, to catch up with Ben.
Right, the last one.
Yeah, that's a
The
good shout.
last one. I'd say it's definitely not Santos, is it?
No.
No,
Not Santos.
I'll give you a
I don't know
clue. They
what-
played in blue, in that
That's
like
Gremio.
tealy blue.
Gremio, is it?
Yeah.
Yes,
Gremio.
mate. Yes,
And
mate.
then there was
Very
one.
good.
There was
played.
one other club that I've never heard of called Querétaro.
That's the Mexican one. He went to Mexico for a
Of course
bit.
he
Do you know
did.
what's weird
Smuggling
about
drugs.
these?
Smuggling drugs
These
between
players.
Mexico and Brazil.
Yeah, but it's mad. Like these players, like Rivaldo and Ronaldinho, are so well known, but like Rivaldo's one is frightening as well. Like you don't know half the teams he played for, do you?
We've done Rivaldo before, haven't we?
Yeah, I know. You did it. You did it the other day, and like
Yeah.
I literally knew 2 of the teams he played for.
Yeah, he's played for like 12. Yeah.
It's like Adriano as well, isn't it? It just disappears around. Yeah.
Well
Siege
played,
got.
Siege. Siege get 3 points
I'm
for that for
He
Gremio.
got 3
getting
points,
3.
which means he's like
I'm
tied
getting
with you,
3.
Ben, I think.
Oh my god.
Nah. Yeah, I'll take that.
Oh.
Very good, lads.
Very good.
Very, very good.
Right.
Right,
We're
chaps.
going to do another episode before there's more fantasy. So we'll go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
we are.
yeah.
We'll do. Got a nice little, but yes, listen in for Wednesday. You'll get all the information on the doubles and blanks coming up, because I know it's an important time, not just for head-to-head managers, but all managers chasing rank towards the end of the season, especially if you've got chips left. It's going to be a good listen.
Yeah.
So tune in.
We'll also look at the up and coming game week 32 key battles, and we also have another big announcement to make. So
that's right.
More managers in our league are going to shit their pants when they hear it.
Who's doing the honours?
Cheers, lads. Well,
cheers,
I'm not,
boys.
There's no... Oh, I'll do it because Wimbledon are playing. Come on, you Dons! May the fantasy gods be with Wimbledon. Cheers.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
It's the Sonny and Shah Fantasy League.
And even though Son has left for the MLS,
our head-to-head league is still the best. Hosted by
Alex,
Ben,
CJ,
ABC.
Easy as 1, 2, 3.
It's another fantasy podcast.
Oh, fuck me.